Welcome to SPD Phonetics. I'm your host, Keith Cunningham. Today's special guest is a seasoned world traveler who brings unique insights into diverse culture experiences and traditions around the globe. Through his content, he offers a vibrant look into local cuisines, living styles, and nightlife, allowing you to explore it all from the comfort of your living room. Please join me in welcoming Czech In Effect to the show.
I love the intro. I love the intro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. I really enjoy your show, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of the viewers enjoy it too. You have a lot of subscribers, man. Different places you go, look like people know you.
Yeah, it's man, it's shocking sometimes because I'm a humble person, and sometimes I talk to people, and I don't like say, "Hey, I'm Czech In Effect. I'm a world traveler." I just talk to them, and then they actually. The second time I might talk to him like, "Yo, bro, I know you. I've seen your video, blah, blah, blah." And even in Australia, like I was surprised that people follow me in Australia. I would never, even though I know I have followers from all over the world, there's just certain places I think that no one follows me, which is Australia. So when I saw brothers in Australia and people in Australia that actually watch me, I was shocked. And not just brothers, all type of race and nationalities. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So at what point did you decide to start traveling and documenting your journeys?
I always wanted to travel. You know what I'm saying? It was one of my biggest dreams to do. I never thought about doing it as documenting and recording, but at the time funds wasn't there to travel. So I'm into language. I always feel like you don't have to be 100%, but you should at least learn a little bit of the language before when you travel places. So I wanted to learn Portuguese and all that. So I took classes, or I would travel to the country just to immerse myself in that culture, to learn the language better, to understand the language better. Because when you're in America, you're trying to learn a language. Once they see you struggling, they talk to you in English. But in the other countries, they have no choice. They're gonna talk to you in that language. So I went just to kind of like learn the language and stuff like that, and I fell in love with it. And I said, you know what, man, I got to come back. And I kept coming back, and then from there, my friends. I have a couple of friends that used to watch people on YouTube, and he used to send me videos, and he always asked me questions about a country, at the time I was only traveling to DR and Colombia. Those are the only two places I was traveling. He would always ask me questions about those places, the women, where's the stay, safety, what to avoid. Then he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm asking you all these questions, and these are the same thing that these other content creators are talking about. You should start a channel. Just try it out." And I said, I don't know, but I decided to try it out. So that's how my channel actually started. That was the beginning of Czech In Effect. When you first start a channel, you don't know what you're gonna do, so you're just doing a little bit of everything. So at the time, my channel was more sit down and talk about my experience and what to do, what not to do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about, that the language, because I think there's a lot of people that don't realize that as far as you go into different countries, and and to know the language, if you go into a country that don't know English, it's very important to learn the language. So I'm just can you kind of expound a little bit more on how did you deep dive into learning the different languages?
Yeah, I tell brothers and people who travel, you don't have to be 100%, 80% knowing the language, but at least know how to get around to where you can ask someone for direction. You can introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, directions. If you're lost, you know how to talk to people. Simple, basic things. And what I did was, obviously, like I said, I went into the culture to learn better. I've used internet. I use YouTube. I use Duolingo, YouTube. And then usually when I meet someone in a different country, if I'm learning that language, I become friends with that person, and I'll just talk to that person to where I can get better at the language. So that's how I kind of like was able to learn the language. Like this is more like Portuguese when I was trying to learn Portuguese, Like right now, when you start going to other countries and you're not practicing, you can lose it. So like pretty soon I plan to go to it's an African country that speaks Portuguese, not Cabo Verde, not Cape Verde, Angola.
Go.
Pretty soon, I'm planning to go to Angola and Cape Verde. It's called Cabo Verde in Portuguese, Cape Verde. I plan to go there, so I gotta brush back up on my Portuguese because I've been traveling so much to these other countries. I haven't been practicing in Portuguese, so I'm gonna brush back up probably like 3 months to practice. So when I get there, I could talk to the people. You know,
Yeah, I think Brazil is that Portuguese.
Brazil is Portuguese. Brazil, Angola, Cabo Verde. There's other little islands that speak Portuguese also, other places. And also, man, I tell people like straight up, especially Brazil, for the single guys, if you try to learn a little bit of their language, they appreciate it, and the women actually like you when they see it. When they see you trying and you
Mm-hmm.
come up and approach them, even if you're not that good, they see you trying. They kind of like, okay, they feel like this guy's not really just here just to be here. He's here trying to learn our culture, and they like you better. They're like they feel you a little bit more. They're actually, they'll actually converse with you and everything. I think Brazil is one of the best places as far as language because a lot of Brazilians speak English. They know a little bit of English. So yeah, yeah, man. So
Oh, that's good information. Hey man, so which country that you think has been your most memorable experience so far?
woo. I'm gonna tell you my top three countries, right? My top three countries. This is not in order. Brazil, Kenya, South Africa. Runner up. Runner up is gonna be Ethiopia and Australia. Those are runner up. The only reason why I can't really 100% put Ethiopia, I've been to Ethiopia, but I didn't spend enough time. I actually had a layover in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia Airlines, whenever you have a layover, they give you a free hotel and free food. They put you in a hotel, free food, free. So when they did that, I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay another day. So I stayed an extra day in Ethiopia, no visa, no nothing, because it's a layover. You don't need a visa. But since I was there, I was like, yo, I'm gonna pay for another day and stay another day and catch the next flight. So I only spent like 48 hours in Ethiopia. So that's why I can't really go too deep in Ethiopia. But Brazil, Kenya, South Africa, Australia, and Ethiopia. Now, Australia would have been higher, would probably been up top three, but it's a little bit ever since COVID is a little bit on the expensive side to travel. Logistics is expensive in Australia, so that's the only reason why Australia is not up there for me. Because for me, I feel like if you're gonna leave the U.S. to go somewhere, man, go somewhere where your dollar stretches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It stretches a little bit in Australia, but not that much. You know, like for example, 300 Aussie dollars is probably like 240 US dollars. You know what I mean? It doesn't stretch that much. Yeah.
I know in Colombia, dude, the US dollar stretched pretty good in Colombia.
Colombia and Thailand, I would say
Yeah.
that's one of the best places. US, man. Colombia, man, you can have $1,000 and ball out. Less than that, actually, depending on how long you're there. But nice hotels, nice Airbnbs go between $30 and $50, right? Yeah, between $30 and $50. Now, if you're like me and you know people and you decide you want to rent a place for a whole month, you could rent a nice place in Poblado. Poblado is where all the tourists stay. That's where everything is modern, everything looks nice for like 500 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, nice 2 bedroom, 500 a month. Just imagine 500 a month, and it's me and you. That's 250 a month. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
Colombia is definitely your money stretches over. Man, you go to Colombia, you doing anything you want. Brazil also, you go out, drinks are like $3. Food is like $5, $6, $7. You get a big plate of food for $5, $6, $7. Man, you living like a king. That's why so many brothers do it.
Now, man, how you that ain't including the cook that you have that you had in there on you?
You remember that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it can include a cook. I mean, if you know how to, if your game is right, it can include a cook. You know what I'm saying? If your game is
Yeah.
right, like, because the truth of the matter is, most of the women, I'm not a passport bro. You know what I mean? I don't consider
Right.
myself.
Right.
I consider myself independent.
Hmm.
I'm not. I don't join any groups or anything. I'm not a passport bro. But I do understand. Now, most places like Colombia, since we're on Colombia, if you go to Colombia and you meet a nice young lady, you don't have to pay her to cook. She's gonna want to cook. That's part of their culture, bro. It's like they want to feed you. The first thing that they don't want to do is cook for you. Like, you would be laying in bed, they would get up before you, cook breakfast while you're sleeping, wake you up, have your breakfast on the table while you're eating. They're in the room cleaning the room, making the bed. That's just part of the culture. That's not, to me, that's not something, even though you saw she was cooking, that's, to me, that's normal. It's part of their culture, man. That's, and then if they cook and you get full, because you're full and not eating much of the food, they think you don't like it and they get mad. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Nah, baby, I like it. I'm just full. I'm full, man. I ate them. You made a lot. I'm full.
I know. So after a long week of work, man, I love relaxing on the weekends and watching your vlogs on the beach that you did previous shows where you was in Spain. I think you showed some beaches in Brazil. You showed a few beaches. So I like to chill. And so, which beach do you think that you really enjoy going to? Was it the beaches in Brazil or Spain? Because Spain had some good beaches too.
That's a good one. To me, as far as beaches, Brazil, Cape Town, even though Spain did have nice beaches, but I'm talking about the beauty, the green, beautiful, clean green and bluish water. I'm gonna have to go with Brazil and Cape Town, South Africa. If you look at a video I did where there's a cliff and you can see that water, man, how beautiful it is. It's like a postcard. So yeah, Brazil, Cape Town had beautiful beaches. Spain did have a nice beach too. Portugal has a nice beach, but their water is kind of cold. But yeah, those three, I would definitely say.
Okay. Now, during your time in Mexico, you visited an Afro Mexican history museum that needed repairs, and I thought this was a noble act for you to do, man. And so you helped put a new roof on it. That was amazing, man. How did that feel to help them like that?
Man, you know what it is, man. Like, we travel, and you're recording, making content, getting views, and sometimes you want to give back, and that location is a location that a lot of people don't know the history of Afro Mexicans. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even know there's Afro Mexicans, Black
Yeah.
Mexicans. And what's crazy is they call themselves Afro Mexicans, right? But the people in other countries are telling me, oh, they're not, don't call them Afro Mexicans. I'm not calling them Afro Mexicans. That's what they call themselves. I'm hearing this from them. So to know that the history of the these black melanated Mexicans it's not worldwide. A lot of people don't know about it. And to see that this lady has a museum that teaches the new generation that doesn't know, that can come to the museum. The museum is only $1. For them, $1 is probably equivalent to paying $4, right? Right? It's $1 to get in, and you have different type. You could pay $1 just to see, or you could pay a little bit more, and she could take you in a circle and tell you the history. So when I saw, me being a black man, when I saw something like that these people are trying to teach the history to these other Mexicans that live there that don't know, I just felt like, when she told me about that roof leaking and the problems, I just felt like, man, you know what? I'm not going to let something like that go to waste. You know what I mean? So I just came, I talked to I donated. At first I think I gave her like $350, $400. And then just to, show people that, hey, I'm helping also. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm helping too. So we raised the funds. I came home after that. We raised the funds so fast, I had to fly back, and we purchased all the products and stuff like that to get the roof fixed. And yeah, man, it was amazing, man. They put a picture of my logo
Yeah.
on the wall. So anybody who comes there, they're gonna see Czech In Effect logo. So it was just amazing, man. It was just something, like I do videos, but sometimes it's dope and nice to actually do something to help a community and feel good about yourself that that you're helping these people out, man. So it's not just about recording, sometimes using your platform for positivity. Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
I
love,
was.
man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to myself, man, and to others about what you did during that journey there. That a lot of people don't travelers don't really do that. You know what I mean? Well,
Nah,
back in the day, you didn't see things like that happen. So that's why I
nah,
say we in a unique time where you can take time out to help the
nah.
people that places that you go to or whatever. That's a blessing, man.
Yeah, I love
True.
helping people. It's something about me. I love helping people that don't really ask for the help.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you see that they need help, but then I ask because people could take advantage of you too, lie,
Right.
making lies. But people who really need it, and it's not for them, it's for everybody. I love helping those type of people. Those type of people. Because
Yeah.
I did something in Kibera in Kenya, Africa, also. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I helped out um, the slums in Kibera. I got them a phone. I got them things to record. Gear. I donated some funds so they can have better books and things to teach the kids. So man, it's good to have a platform that you can have positivity, man. The bigger I get, the bigger I do plan to do more things like this, But I don't not it's not gonna be all missionary, just whoever needs help
Mhm.
in my I feel it, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I got to get one of those bracelets, man, that you was getting, that you had, that you was giving away, man. They was dope. I like them bracelets, man.
Thank you, brother. You know what? Hit me up, man. After this, I'll mail you one. I'll mail you one if I can today. If not, then I'll mail you one Monday. I got you, bro.
Cool. I
Yeah, I
appreciate
still
that,
have. I think I still have. I don't have that many left because
man.
I gave them all away, but I probably got like three left, and I can give you one of those three. Yeah,
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So,
yeah. No.
we know that you was recently in Australia. How was it, the nightlife in Melbourne, man? I mean, I think that's
Man, Australia, man. Australia is shocking because I wasn't like I did my research in Australia, but I didn't do research on like brothers, black people. So I did research on Aboriginals. I didn't know there was so many black people that live in Australia, man. And like the nightlife in Australia is to me, the best spots for nightlife is a place called Brisbane, Melbourne,
Melbourne.
and Gold Coast. Gold Coast nightlife was actually the video I did with Gold Coast nightlife is actually better than the Melbourne nightlife. You got to look at the Gold Coast nightlife. You'll see what I'm talking about. Check out that Gold Coast nightlife. You're gonna be like, damn, I ain't know so many black people there, man. Like, and
Yeah,
then on top of that, um, they were so friendly.
yeah.
Like, two girls took my camera and was doing my video for me.
Wow.
Like, yeah, man, they was just so friendly, man. They was just friendly, like friendly people, man. Like the love that they give you is like sometimes it's crazy. You get more love in another country than your own country. You feel me?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's just crazy, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you actually get more love in another country than your own country. Like I had people like just showing me a lot of love. Like from the time I was in Gold Coast, I met DJs, recording artists, producers, DJs that was getting me places to go, free entry. Like, hey, go check out this place. Go here. Yeah, man, they showed a lot of love, bro. A lot of love.
That's what I was gonna ask you. How you, when you go to these different places, how you know which spots to go to? The go, and then you find where the culture is, where where the black culture. You know how to find it. So how do you do that?
One, I do my research before I go. That's number one. I don't just get on a plane and go. I
Mm.
start looking, seeing about the lifestyle, the culture, the people. And I was actually meeting people when I was traveling because I remember I was in Kenya and I met a couple brothers and with the Australian accent and everything. Yeah, man, we're from Australia. Yeah, I'm like, what? Y'all from Australia? He's like, yeah, yeah. And that's when from that day when I spoke to those guys in Kenya, that's when I started researching. Or was it? Hold on. Is it Kenya or Brazil? I think it was Kenya. From
Mm-hmm.
that time, I've been researching Australia. I've been researching Australia for 6 months. right? So it is not as just going. And then there's people that follow me that they actually once I know, like if someone's talking to me on Instagram and I see they're from a country, I mark down their Instagram. And if I ever decide to visit that country, I go back and hit them up and I start asking questions. You know what I mean? So it's really people that follow me or people that rock with me or people that I know that know someone else. Hey man, yo bro, my homeboy's a DJ in Australia. Hit him up and he'll tell you places you can link up with him. So, you know, that's how I get my plugs, you know what I'm saying? Plus doing my own research. So
Yeah, because you had ran into a brother in Australia. Where was he from? Was he from Somalia? Was he from Somalia? Where's he
yeah.
from?
He's from
Somalia.
no, he's Somalian, but he's actually from New Zealand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, New Zealand. And you guys went to an Ethiopian restaurant or whatever. That was cool. He saw you and recognized you on the street.
But you see what I'm saying? Like when I say they show love, right? Like this dude was so excited to see me and like and saying, man, Allah, like putting God in it and saying that, you know, man, I watch you all the time, bro. I'm watching your video. I can't believe I'm here with you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he gave me a ride home. Then the next week, 3 days later, we linked up again. You know, just like showing so much love, man. Like, damn, it was incredible, man. Yeah, Gleesh is his name. Shout out to
No.
Gleesh. Shout
Yeah.
out to Gleesh. He's actually gonna start a YouTube channel, so hopefully, brother get his YouTube channel going. But shout out to Gleesh. He showed a lot of love. He showed me
Yeah.
because I actually got stuck. Didn't know, couldn't find a place. I met him. He showed me around. And man, that's how. And we're friends from there. But yeah,
Yeah. I saw when you on that when you was looking for that casino and kind of like false directions, to
yeah,
get to that casino or
yeah.
whatever. But the people were good talking to you, man. Anybody you talk to, they'll talk to you. Even the little rap on the street, man. I thought that was just
Yeah, yeah. But you know, sometimes, like like me when I'm doing my videos, I'm having a good time. I'm being adventurous, but I'm on my head is on a
yeah,
swivel. You know, I'm paying attention,
yeah,
and I play dumb. I ain't gonna lie, like y'all be seeing me playing dumb, but I'm thinking like as soon as I start talking to someone, I'm feeling out their energy. I'm
yeah,
feeling
yeah,
energy and seeing what type of energy they have. Once I feel that good energy, I'm let's go here, let's go there, because I
yeah,
feel the energy is positive, but when I feel negative energy, oh yeah, I'm out of there.
yeah,
From that
yeah.
casino, you saw what happened. That casino,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
I didn't feel good energy with that brother, man. I felt something
yeah,
was off. It seemed like he was on something. So
yeah.
I exit stage left quick because you can, bro, you can get set up traveling too. I know a lot of people got robbed, set up. I know somebody who got robbed gunpoint. Another YouTuber got robbed gunpoint like 2 years ago. Yeah, people
Yeah.
getting drugged. People get set up, man. I seen a YouTuber on live stream. A girl try to drug him. He's on live stream talking,
Wow.
and the camera's rolling, and the girl put something in his drink, and the audience was writing him, said, "Yo, bro, don't," because he said he's gonna go to the bathroom. "Yo, bro, do not drink that drink." They're texting him, "Don't. I
Wow.
think she drugged you." When he came back, he saw the message, and then he was like, "What?" He was like, "Nah, you guys are lying." And then someone else took that video and made a reaction, and you could see the girl go like this and put something in his drink
Wow. That's what I was
on
going to
video.
ask you.
On
Yeah,
video.
man. That is crazy. That's what I was going to ask you. When being an experienced traveler and these brothers trying to go to these other countries, how do you move? When you're in those countries like that and you go in there and people go in there kind of green, how do you move? And they really haven't been experiencing anything like that or whatever. So they kind of open.
Street smarts is something I can't teach someone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach you street smarts is something that you got to have in you. I'm from the street, so I got street smarts. But what
Mm-hmm.
I say is um also always try to, like, I'm not saying don't trust people, but always try to put something, like, always think something could happen to avoid something from happening. Fill a person out. Number one, fill a person out, because there's so many scams going on. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I had someone scam me with you take out money, you give it to him, and then he flip the money and change it so fast, and he tell you, oh, you only gave this amount. So it's like they got the money scam. They got so many scams. So you got to be alert. You got to be, you got to always pay attention to what you do. But I feel like staying alert and asking other people before before you go deal with someone, ask someone else. Like what I always do is, like if I'm gonna buy something, I would ask a normal person, a normal consumer, yo, how much that is right there? Oh, I don't know. How much you think that is? How much you use it? And they'll tell me. So now when I go to that person to buy it, I already know how much it costs.
Yeah.
You understand? Because as a,
Yeah.
no matter where you go, you're gonna get gringoed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
most places, especially if it's third world, you're gonna get gringo price. So a lot of times I ask someone else to get a idea, and then when I get there, I already know how much it is because I already asked someone else. But even me as Czech In Effect, I slipped up maybe 3 times. I caught an Uber, not an Uber, a taxi.
Mhm.
Brazil, they have a 50, I think it's 50 AIs. The 50 AIs looks like the 2000 AIs. They look very similar. They're the same color. One is bigger and one is shorter, right? And
Mhm.
I wasn't paying attention. I gave the person the money for the ride. I put my head down and I was doing something on my phone. He had his hand up like, what is this? What? I told you that the price was, and I looked, I said, damn, I thought I gave him more than that. But I wasn't thinking and I gave him more money than I realized he
Mhm.
switched the money when I had my head down.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? You can't trust a lot of people, bro. But it's always good to meet someone. What I recommend for travelers or first time travelers, they have nomad groups. They have Facebook groups where people that travel to countries like you can actually travel to. Let's say you're traveling to South Africa or Brazil or Colombia. You're by yourself. You don't know what to do. You can
Mhm.
actually join nomad groups, these nomad groups, and say, hey, we're going to meet up at this restaurant called such and such. You go there. All
Mhm.
these people are travelers like you, and you introduce yourself. You get to meet people that's traveling just like you, and now you actually have whoever you're feeling the most or whatever like friend you meet. Now you have someone to kind of travel with, or you don't have to be by yourself. You actually can be with groups. And they have this like, especially in Brazil, they got a lot of no bad groups where you put a USA black badge, you walk into a bar, and you'll see somebody with a Brazil badge, a Portugal badge, an England badge, Mexico badge. These are all people who's in the group, and y'all are just chit chat, and you get to meet people that way. I've actually done it. I'm seasoned, and I've done it, and you get to meet people, interesting people, and that's a way where if you're traveling and you're a lone traveler, solo traveler, you can actually meet other travelers doing that. Digital nomad groups. They have groups on Facebook. They have them all over. That's one of my best ideas. Because sometimes when you go out, man, you by yourself. It's kind of, you want that person you could probably y'all can go out with. And like for me, I call myself I roll solo from country to country. I roll solo from state to state because most of the people where I'm from, they tell you they're gonna come. Next thing you're waiting. They never book their ticket. Now you just So I just say, man, I'm just going solo. That's how I've been doing the solo traveling. So, and then you
Yeah.
meet people along the way. But now I have so many people that follow me. No matter where I go, it's gonna be someone that knows me. So I'm good. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I know when you was in Africa, man. You showed a brother his house. I couldn't believe it. That
Tiki.
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That. I
And
don't know
he's
what to
building.
call it. He was
He's
bigger.
actually building more on the house. I'm like, bro, how big do you want the house to be, my G? Right. I'm gonna tell you though, I actually had to cut some scenes because some people was asking them how much the house is, and over there you
Yeah.
don't want to tell, because that video can blow, which it did blow. It got like 300,000 views. So
Yeah.
certain things, you don't want to know about it. You know what I mean? But that house
Yeah.
was huge, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that you got some over there that's living like that.
Yeah, everybody, man.
Yeah,
There's so many people living in Africa. Sweet love and man, it's not. Man, people, that's why I love doing what I do, man. Because when I was growing up, every time I see Africa, I always see bad, dirty, filthy. As a person living in the United States, you never want to go to Africa because you see how bad it look. Why? I'm
right.
not going there. You know what I'm saying? The roads look dirty. Everything look bad. Then when you travel there, and a brother like me travel there and show my audience that's from U.S., Canada, and all in England and all these places, they like, what? That's Africa? I'm like, yeah, bro, this is Africa.
Yeah, I
This is.
had no idea. Yeah,
I can go to certain places in Africa, take pictures, and tell you I'm in America. You wouldn't even know it. You would not even
yeah.
know it. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the US. Take a picture. Oh wow, cool. Okay, yeah, I'm at the mall in US. You wouldn't even know it. There's certain places that's so modern, just like home.
Yeah, I appreciate your channel, man. I'm sure the viewers are gonna go and research those that haven't seen your channel and don't know you. They're gonna check it out now. So, man, it's a lot of
Yeah,
good stuff on there. Very
we on the
entertaining.
road. We on the road to here it is 500. We're on the road to 500,000. We got probably like 15,000 more to go. So hopefully by January, 500,000. I was gonna already hit 500,000, not to brag, but I bought a home and it slowed me down from traveling. And with social media, if you're not putting out content, numbers start slowing down. But we're on the road to 500K, man, 500,000 by January, maybe even before January. But we're on the road to 500K.
Man, congratulations, man. I see that for you. You know,
Thank
it's
you.
only gonna get bigger, man. It's only gonna get bigger, and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man, it's love because there's black travelers, but there's not a lot of black American travelers like from US. There's not a lot of like I'm talking about travelers, not YouTubers, content creator that's traveling within the states. I'm talking about travelers like myself. There's not many of us.
No,
There's not many of us that do it. There's a lot of people that travel that do content, but not a lot of black Americans that travel and do content. There's only like a handful of us. So for me to be in a position where I'm at, and like you go on YouTube, you see someone from another country or a white guy from US, Canada traveling, that's one thing. But when you see somebody who look like you doing it, it gives you
mm,
a sense of, man, I could do this too. I could travel too. If Czech is doing it, I could do it because you feel more relatable when you see someone who looks like you doing it. So that's the thing that I brought to a lot of people was to show them that they can do this too. And I'm gonna be real, like I didn't grow up off of money. I didn't start traveling I didn't have money and start traveling. Man, I got credit cards, you know what I mean? Like I had when I first started traveling, you know what I did? I still got these credit cards, right? This is Southwest, right? I still got these credit cards, man. I ain't playing, right? This is American. Now,
American,
credit
yeah.
cards, people might look at credit cards as a bad thing, but it's not. I only pay, I think my Southwest credit card, I only pay $40 a year. The other credit card I pay. So what I did to actually be able to travel, the little hack that I did is, they have specials. American Airlines, Southwest, they have specials. Special is if you apply for our credit card for free, you get 70,000 points. 70,000 points. How much is 70,000 points? You go to Southwest, you see Southwest flies to Costa Rica, they fly to Peru. You're looking at international countries, right? They fly to Punta Cana. Okay, how much are the flights to go to Punta Cana on points? Punta Cana's 5,000 points. Costa Rica, 3,500 points. Hold on. If it's 3,500 points to go to Costa Rica on a one way, and I get 60 to 70,000, how many flights is that? That's a lot of flights, right?
Yeah.
And you only pay your taxes will come up to like $20, $30. That's it. So I applied for these credit cards, got the credit cards, you know what I'm saying? Build my credit up, got the credit cards, really don't use the credit cards much. Maybe I might buy a few little things unless I'm on the plane buying something and all I do is when I like Costa Rica, I flew on points. All my DR points, Brazil points, Colombia points, Delta points. So like how I first started, that's how I first started. I got a little credit. I made the credit cards work for me, not them work for them. So and then every year you get points. Like every year they would add extra 10,000 points. So I started. I didn't have bread like that. So I started saying, okay, I'm just gonna travel with my credit card. Boom. Let me book a flight for 4,000 points. I booked the flight 4,000 points. Now my flight is free. Right? I get
Yeah.
there. You're right. And then, I use these hotel discount things. You get 8 hotels. The next 2 hotels are free. When traveling like me, you got to be on a budget. You got to have things work out. When I first started traveling, that's what I did. I was just using these, I was able to travel on a budget. And now it's different because now I can afford to go far in places. But that's how I did it the first time, man. I was traveling. I still got the cards. And these cards still got points. And I had these cards for like 5 years.
Well, for
So,
those who want to do what you're doing and starting out, that's a lot of game for them.
oh man, that's trust me, man. That's how I was able. When I first started traveling, doing videos, it was Colombia, DR, Brazil, Costa Rica. Those were the top 4 places. All those trips was on credit cards. And I'm not talking about credit cards where I pay for it on credit card and I got to pay
Right.
the money back. I'm talking about I used the points and flew free. So these flights cost anywhere between $200 to $500 round trip. I'm for me it's free. I'm not paying for it. And at the
Wow.
end of the year, I only pay $40 for the credit card. I think that's a
Yeah.
win-win for me, my
That's
brother. And it helps my credit.
like I said, that's some good game there. Because I didn't
Yeah.
know that. A lot of
Oh
people
yeah.
don't realize that.
Go ahead.
So how can people get in contact with you, man, and check you out? What's your platforms?
All right, so my platform right here, as you can see, Czech In Effect. Czech In Effect is spelled CZECH, then NINEFFECT. Czech In Effect. You can go on my YouTube channel. I also got an Instagram, Czech In Effect. I got a TikTok, which is Czech International. So Czech International, TikTok, Instagram, Czech In Effect, YouTube, Czech In Effect. If anybody want to reach me, the best way to reach me would be on Instagram because I usually check. I have less followers on Instagram, so I check. I could respond to messages, but YouTube, it's going to be hard to respond to messages. So Instagram, I got like 30,000. So I would check Instagram, or you can reach me on my email, which is check305 at yahoo.com. Check305 at yahoo.com.
You you got any merch? Any merch you selling that you have? I know
I
you
actually
had some
ran
shirts. I know you had some shirts and stuff that
yeah,
was
I,
pretty dope.
I, I actually, man, the truth be told, man, I was actually giving my merch for free. So I know a lot of people they sell. I'm gonna sell merch, but at the time, I wanted to just give back to my followers. So I was giving away free shirts, like you said, the free bracelets. My
Yeah.
merch was all free. I didn't charge nobody for my merch. So I gave away about 100 Check In Effect shirts, size 2X all the way down to small. 100 Check In Effect shirts. I think and bracelets and all that. So it was just for people who follow me on all
Yeah.
platforms, and then I just give them a free shirt, man. But obviously, when you're giving away stuff for free, you run out like this.
Yeah.
So 100 shirts might seem like a lot, but it's really not that much when you're giving it away for free. Now, if you're paying for it, it's one thing. But when I hit 500K, I'm gonna start selling merch. I think, okay, I gave away free. Now, I gotta try to make some money off of it. So when I hit
Yeah.
500K, I'm gonna start selling merch. So anybody who want to get merch, 500K, hit me up. We'll have Check In Effect T-shirts, Check In Effect hats, Check In Effect mugs. Yeah.
There you go. Check In Effect. Go to his channel, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Check him out. He got a lot of content for you to enjoy. Sit back on your weekends, relax, and check him out.
Share my videos, man. We gonna get that 500K. I'm trying to get it before New Year's by New Year's, before New Year's. I want that 500K. We gonna get there though, man. We're on the road to 500K.
Yeah,
Salute. And anybody who has interesting places, man, interesting countries. My next country right now is Thailand. I'm actually going to Thailand next week. Next week I'm going to Thailand. From Thailand, I'm gonna be there for probably a month. So anybody who know about Thailand, hit me up. I'm going to not Mauritania. I'm going to Madagascar, and I think Ethiopia. This time I'm gonna see with the real Ethiopia. So we looking at Thailand, Madagascar, Ethiopia, Tanzania. Yes, sir.
Wow. Yeah, can't wait.
Africa,
Can't wait.
Africa's so big, man. So it's so many places in Africa. Like I still got a lot of places in Africa I need to go to. And plus, I told you I'm going to Angola, but I want to brush up on my Portuguese before I go to Angola.
Looking forward to seeing that.
Yes, sir, man. Check In Effect. We out here, man. Y'all already know, man. We international, traveling all over the world, showing people love, man, and showing also like I love the part when I show people from other countries like how brothers are. The bad stereotype that we get. So when I travel and I meet people and show them how I am, and it puts a better picture in their mind about African Americans. It puts a different perspective, like because they think some of them think we all hoodlums. So
Yeah.
so that's what traveling does, man. So I'm just out here, man, just doing my thing, man. We getting there though. We getting there.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, for
Thanks.
sure. And also, uh, next year for my birthday, I'm gonna do a big event. I shouldn't be saying it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do a big event in Florida for my birthday. It's gonna be a birthday bash slash Caribbean fest. So all Caribbean people, everybody basically, travelers. It's gonna be Caribbean fest slash traveler festival. That's gonna be for my birthday, so I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be big. Florida, and I'm gonna invite a lot of people out. We're gonna make it big. It's gonna just be 2 days, weekend, and that's it. Yeah, man.